It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to, what is today? Tuesday?
12/22, Tuesday.
Today's 100 Plus Women Power Hour flower.
It's a whole lot of
bunch
it's a whole
stuff,
lot
man.
of female. It's a whole lot of estrogen in here for you.
Yeah.
Well, not at my age. I don't have any more. But yes, in theory, it's a whole lot of estrogen.
No, you have plenty. Listen to me. This is going to be.
No more
and
left.
Look at it, and there's nothing but women. Oh, thank goodness.
You got the
two guys
guys
over there.
You got Mike and Steve for you.
Yes.
It's all good.
Otherwise, I just have to go and melt in the corner somewhere.
Anyway, happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to the Midday Show. We got a great show lined up for you today. And yes, tonight is 100 Plus Women Who Cares, South Palm Beach County. It's an incredible organization if you're looking to get involved with an amazing group of women and you're in South County. It's all about giving back to foundations and charities in our community. So every quarter, the members donate $100, and every quarter, all of the monies are voted on and donated to a charity from all the members that they choose. So tonight, I've got 7 charities that are going in the hat. 3 will be chosen to present, and 1 will win all of the grant money that has been collected for the quarter. So it's a great opportunity to come collect, connect, and do your thing and meet some great like-minded women.
Are they going to use my hat? Because if
I was thinking about it.
I want to put.
But then I was wondering if it went to the dry cleaner lately, and then I'm like, no, maybe we'll get him a hat off the hat rack.
What?
You wear the hat on your head every day.
Well, where else do you want me to put it?
So we'll take another hat. But I think I've got about 35.
I've worn all of them.
I think I have about 35 women coming.
Do you have more than that? I've been on.
36 women are coming.
I've been on the phone all morning. I got people coming you ain't never expect.
And actually, this event we are doing as our gift with North County's chapter. We are covering all the expenses because we just wanted to get women in. They're looking for new leadership. They're looking to pass on the torch for more women and new members. So we said, just come on over. And actually, Mario's Italian Market, they'll be doing the catering. And we've got Renegade Lemonade that has donated the wine. So a lot of great things that are happening. So come on over. And if you're interested, please just RSVP to make sure we have enough chairs. This night is our gift to you.
Just come over. I got plenty of chairs. just don't listen to this one. Because if you RSVP, you're never going to do it. You're never going to do it. You're never going to do it. You know what they told me this morning? Well, I didn't RSVP. I said, just come over. Do it my way. Just show up. Show up. I want to have 100 women in here because I have a small wager that
because imagine if we had 100 women that are members.
Yeah,
that would
mean. I don't care what they are. You said 100 women. Whether they're members, guests, they're going to become members.
But if they become members, that means every quarter the charity wins $10,000.
That's right. That's
which is an incredible amount of money. And the Schultz Foundation does have a matching opportunity of 50% for those charities that qualify within the scope of their mission. And Amp Media Futures Foundations, we are the proud recipients of the Q1 gift. So we feel like it's our way of giving back. And some of our crew members are going to be here. Those that helped write the speeches will be here tonight as well.
That's right.
And Karen's coming, so I'll be good. I got wine and I got Karen. What else do I need?
You don't need nothing more. We also, I want to welcome what should I call them? The Walking Warriors. They just came up from a shoot up in Boynton.
Oh, they're back? Okay.
They're back, so I want to welcome them back because it ain't easy being them.
True.
And we are off and running up there as well. Just wanted to let you know, by appointment, we'll go up and do what we have to do. And we're going to call it Around the Back.
Okay.
To go into the store.
Okay.
Not through the front, around the back.
Sounds good. All right, you ready to get into this?
Let's do this.
We've got Power Hour joining us. Flower Power, Power of Three, Full Circle Networking. They've got a whole lot of names, but there is an incredible event. Their monthly meeting is this Friday at Ford's Garage at 11:30. And when she says 11:30, she means 11:15. So get there because it is growing and growing, and you are all invited. So we've got Michael, Karina, and Stephen joining us of Full Circle Networking. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us again this month.
Thank you.
Hi.
It's awesome to be here. It's always a good time when we're out here with you guys.
And a huge thank you to all of you for supporting the foundation for our fundraiser last week, which is crazy to say 2 weeks ago. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Definitely our pleasure, and there's more coming because we have you guys as one of our charities coming up for the next couple of months.
For June and July.
Yep.
Wow, that's next month. Wow, can you believe it's next month already?
I can't even
Yes.
believe it's this month.
Oh my gosh, so thank you so much. Tell us about the event, and I know it's your birthday, so happy early birthday, Red.
Well, we are celebrating her birthday at the lunch.
Yes.
So just come prepared. I mean, come to celebrate. There's going to be we'll probably have
It's going to
easily.
be epic.
We'll probably have over 100 people at the lunch at Ford's Garage and Plantation. So it's going to be an awesome time. But her birthday's been all month long. This is just the midway point.
Of course.
So I'm turning 49 years young, and our charity is Children's Harbor, and our goal is the 12 benches. So we're at 5. And so I think the lunch is going to be an extra push. So we definitely put it out on all of our social media, our personal social media. And we're going to be there. Well, we have my birthday party. I say ours because it's all of us. But
When she
everyone
says-
knows when they ask, I said, just give me money for the charity.
When she says ours, it means all the work we put into it for her. But Michael, why don't you tell them a little bit about what Peyton's doing?
So with Children's Harbor, which is the charity that we chose for the last 2 months, we're building an actual pavilion, right? And so the kids have a quasi pavilion there now that's falling apart. My son Peyton, who is going to do his Eagle Scout project there, is actually done the fundraising and raised money and got donations to actually build a brand new shelter. And it's going to be called the Harbor Hangout. And what we're doing is, after the shelter's built, they need 12 benches to go inside it. They need some boxing gear. It's a place for them to go and vent. These kids are in the worst way. This gives them that private space to go to kind of reset. And so we've been able to step up and do that. We've already got all the boxing equipment and stuff
We got
set up.
all the
done.
boxing gloves. We picked those up. We
They're
got the
all-
mats already.
Yep.
So we've got
And
5
then,
benches right now.
Premier Martial Arts is giving us a standing punching bag, and then we need to get the hanging and the mounts. So we'll have everything for the wherever they want to let out their anger. Instead of punching holes in the walls, they can punch there. And then on the benches, which I'm excited because I think we'll at least achieve very close to the 12.
So Michael, just explain what Children's Harbor is so
Yes.
everybody can understand that and why we're doing what we're doing.
So Children's Harbor is a place where they're taking in the kids that are having the most trouble, right? So we're talking about people that their moms or dads have gone to jail. There's drug abuse. There's
Human trafficking.
human trafficking. There's teenagers that are pregnant, unfortunately, by family members. All the worst things that you could think of. These kids have it in the worst way, and they're giving them a new start. The opportunity, there's one of the actual facilities is the moms with the kids. And they're bringing the social aspect. They're bringing them the mental health care, everything to them to get them back to where they need to be. They even have once they turn 18, they go to what's called Browns Harbor, which is a place where they can actually elect to go and get help to go out into society, get jobs, and just
Go to
get
school.
them a place where they're going to be safe.
And they keep the siblings together.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's what I was gonna say, one of the key
one of the keys is if a lot of times what happens is mom and dad are pulled away, and then there's a family of with 3 kids, and all 3 kids get
They
separated.
go poof.
In this situation, they're able to keep the siblings together.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. So.
Which is incredible, and that's who you're raising money for this Friday.
Yes.
How do
Correct.
people, because it's open to the public for people to come.
Yes.
What do they have to do?
Register on www.fullcirclenetworking.net.
Got it. Perfect.
Like .net, yes.
So we have a little competition going on right now.
Do we?
Yeah, because if we can actually take over the whole
Oh,
restaurant,
yes.
we have a deal where she's going to dance on the bar top.
I'm not going to dance. I'm going to do all the microphone stuff and all the emceeing stuff on the bar. That is the goal. And I'm going to say, I told my parents,
I think she's going to dance.
to get your dollars ready then.
I have them prepared. They're in my pocket. You want to see?
I did tell them, okay, Michael Ross's parents came. you guys need to come. So not only my parents are going to come, my 28-year-old, my daughter will be there, but we have actually some people, some of my mom's friends too, that are coming, and they're going to be staying at the Sheraton Hotel, and they're coming too. So it's going to be really fun.
Now listen, I know that we're talking about that, but this is obviously, we want business owners to come
Yes.
out. We want the opportunity for you to network. That's the big deal about the Power of Three. Come meet 3 new people, go sit down with them, have connections, have you go with the intention to bring them 3 people that they don't know that they could use in their business so they can help each other's business grow while we're giving back to charity.
And all the money
Yep.
goes back to our charity, 100%.
So the $32, it covers lunch, and then the difference goes back to the charity.
That's
and then
right.
all
Right.
the money that we do the
And
raffles,
we do 50/50s, we
Yep.
do the raffles and the giveaways.
all of that.
All that goes to the charity 100%.
And it's a ton of work. If you see the amount of effort and work that happens on a Friday morning that they
We
put
need
in,
volunteers.
I call that orchestrated chaos.
the wagon and the suitcases
2 wagons.
and the equipment. I think you bring more equipment than we do to do a live show from
Did
there.
you get the new suitcase? Because the other one,
You know what? We didn't. I packed it better. We didn't break it.
oh, we didn't break it.
No,
Just
we
the
didn't
wheel
break
broke.
It
it.
was just turned inside
But you know
out.
what it was? I'm going to tell you. In the beginning, the first 6 months, it was really plain and we didn't decorate. We cannot have flower power involved and not have decorations. I got to have
So
like flowers everywhere.
You have to understand, one of the suitcases is just loaded with flowers.
I mean,
That's it.
yes.
I love the fact that you guys that are there and you go live. I just think that's so amazing.
It's part of like the chaos, which everyone loves it, and you guys bring so much like energy to it. So it's a lot of fun.
We have producers that are back in school now during the days, and they say, well, we really want to go do that event with you, so we'll take the day off and we'll come, because they love it. The energy is amazing. And if you do what you get to do like we do, and it's all about being around people and bringing visions and ideas to life, you encompass all of that, and we get to share it with everyone.
That's true.
We
Mike,
love it.
your son came up at the last event. We had a show in the afternoon, and he was interviewed here.
What a
and,
great guy.
unbelievable. I mean, what a young man that he brought it home, and they did the show. He beat us up here, which was great, and they were on the air by the time we got here. But it just goes to show you, we didn't plan on that. We just said, come on up. He said yes. Asked his dad, he said, okay, go do it. He drove up here and he did it. It just goes to show you how that whole power situation, because people were talking about it all week after that. So it's a good cause.
Congratulations to your son. It gives us hope in the younger generation.
Thank you very
Truly,
much.
he's
We're
respectful,
very
he's
proud of him.
accomplished. What a great guy, really mannerly and so kind.
Yeah, he got into Virginia Tech in the ROTC program for accounting. So
Congratulations.
maybe he'll take over his mom's business one day.
What's her business?
They own a small CPA firm in Cooper City.
Okay, I was wondering what that had to do with ROTC, but okay.
The accounting does.
Oh, okay.
He wants to give back to this country.
That's
so.
amazing.
Yeah.
Such a great guy. And how was prom? Because he literally went from your luncheon up here. Only a guy would do this. He says, I got prom tonight. I'm like,
Yes.
there's no way. He says, no, I'm going to do this. He goes, I've got time. I'm going to go up. It's 30 minutes, do the interview, 30 minutes back, and go to prom.
He did it all.
Time management.
Time management.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you have to beat that, and the time management is so important. Beat that into your children early, so that they're able to do things like that, and then make those kind of critical thinking decisions on the spot. It wasn't like I was like, yeah, you have to do that. I'm like, well, can you do it? And do you have the opportunity? And it was like, I need to do this for the charity to benefit. Yes. I need to do this so that we can get these benches, that we can do this for these kids. Okay, then go do it.
So amazing. And Corinne, I know your mom donated a bench at the last meeting,
She was the first one.
which was so great. So a few more benches to go. I feel like I'm going to go hang out there. It's a place to regroup and have some quiet time.
Where are you going to hang out?
At the pavilion. 'Cause, I got no place here to regroup and have quiet time.
Don't look at me. Look at Mona Lisa. I don't have anything to do with that.
She's got quiet time.
She does. She just takes it.
She takes it. She's good at what she needs to do.
But that event that you do on Friday has grown and is growing and going. It's always good to see the energy. I love the way you guys say, don't leave here unless you met 3 people that you didn't know before you leave. I think that's spectacular. People have come up to us. They wanted to be on the shows and different ideologies and philosophies. We got the gig for the 5K, didn't we?
Yep.
That day. and I walked it because they told me I had to. But that was great.
And you did it, and we actually want to speak with the promotions lady, your friend, because they came up with an idea this morning of doing Brooklyn Cafe Show lunchboxes.
Oh, Tammy.
Tammy.
Yes.
I was on the phone right before we arrived.
So we're going to talk to Tammy on Friday.
The metal
Awesome.
That's
boxes.
awesome.
They want to do the old school metal lunchboxes.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
Sounds
See?
like fun. I would want one of those.
We just want a Brooklyn
Heck
Cafe
yeah.
lunchbox.
Yep.
So we're going to
Do
talk
it.
to
We'll
her on
walk around with
Friday.
the
Anna's like,
lunchbox.
yeah. Great for summer, right? Why not?
And advertising is perfect.
Just make sure you put like a random superhero on the side.
Freddie in a cape.
There you go.
Freddie on one side, me on the other.
But can't
I used
forget
to-
the
I
hat.
always get the cape thing.
A superhero.
Well, how are you going to be a superhero if you're not wearing a cape?
I put it over my head. And I'm like,
I'm not sure that's the kind of
Real
superhero
men
we're
wear
looking for.
capes.
you have no idea. They're gonna have me
Can
wear
that be our
this.
tagline? Real men wear
They're
capes?
gonna have me wear this now in real life. Watch.
Well, what
006.
color is the cape?
007 was taken.
Is it going to be a pink cape?
Probably not.
Because real men wear pink.
That is true. A pink cape. You never know. But
It's
we're going to
it's
talk to
kind
Tammy
of got
on Friday.
it's got to match his typical standard decor, all
Black.
black.
A black cape?
A black cape? You and
No,
Batman?
that makes him a supervillain. We got to be a superhero, so you
Are you
got
a
to find some sort of
supervillain?
color in there.
Anyway, what time you have to be there on Friday? And it begins. This is gonna be all night. I can see it already. What time Friday should people be there?
Start arriving at 11:30. That's when all
11:15.
11:15.
Yeah.
That's when all the fun stuff starts happening. The magic is you get to network with other individuals. You get to talk to a lot of other people before the lunch really begins.
And then we sit down at 12. We start ordering food. By 12:30, everyone's got food in front of them. And the
Everyone's
food
on
is
their
amazing, by the way. Ford's
Amazing.
Garage has great food. You know, it was important that we picked a venue that it wasn't going to just be like, you know, the basics of like that Caesar salad or plain hamburger. Like these, they really go all out with the food
Yeah,
here.
they become a great partner, and they really look forward to us coming out there every month.
They
They're
sure
terrific.
love us.
All right,
Do
fullcirclenetworking.net.
Do you have the hearts? Any hearts left?
Sure.
I got an idea.
Okay.
So, you know, at the event, you got to wait online because people do come and there's nothing you can do about it. You got to check in and everything else, right?
Yeah,
Buy
there's
your
two
tickets.
lines now.
Yeah, pre-register, it's quicker.
So why don't we take the camera and we zoom down the line, meeting everybody, and then we pull out a number. So the fifth person, let's say, that we meet, we give them a heart to them because you have those hearts. And I think people will remember you that way.
Okay.
Not me, they'll remember you.
Then remember your black cape.
And me, I'll wear a cape
Okay, then we're good to
I think
go.
we just made him a supervillain.
and it begins.
All right, how do they register again?
www.
.fullcirclenetworking.net.
.net.
There's a QR code on the website, or you can just click the QR code or the flyer that's on there, and it'll take you right to the site to go ahead and pre-register.
Awesome. All right. Thank you guys so much, as always, for joining us. Join us live on Friday. We're going to be at Ford's Garage with some of our crew members, 100 people networking, and it is not exclusive like some of the other networking groups are. The more, the merrier. The more you can collaborate, the better it is. Just the power of three. So, Anna, maybe you'll be able to come and help support Lori, which would be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, that'll be really awesome.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. More to come on the other side at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Ding ding, here we are at the favorite chocolate store.
Schur's Chocolate. If you could have smell-o-vision in this space, oh my gosh. Tell us about Schur's Chocolate.
Well, we hand make almost everything in chocolate. We do it all in the back room here. We have a workshop back there. We just love what we do.
Everything's here from Easter bunnies to truffles to mints to, I see this toffee pretzel crunch.
It's probably our best seller. Everybody loves, when they come in, some people are a little grumpy when they walk in, but when they leave, they're happy. Everybody.
That's the way chocolate works.
Nobody ever leaves unhappy. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
If you can spell chocolate, you come here, they got it. It's everything.
Your True Oldies Listener's Guide. Listening in the Palm Beaches? That's 95.9 FM. On the Treasure Coast? You want 106.9 FM. In Boca? It's 95.3 FM. We've got Fort Lauderdale and Broward County covered with 96.9 FM. And you can always hear us anywhere at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
In a world where finding reliable and compassionate home care can be overwhelming, Sunshine Home Care Services stands as a beacon of hope. That's why we've partnered with professional nurses, physical rehabilitation centers, and medical offices to ensure their patients receive the very best in home care. At Sunshine Home Care Services, our mission is simple yet profound: to support and enhance the lives of our clients. We genuinely enhance the quality of life and offer a comprehensive suite of 26 services tailored to meet every need. We go beyond the basics with health monitoring, emotional support, pet care, and home safety checks. Sunshine Home Care Services is more than just a service. It's a partnership in care. We invite you to experience the difference a compassionate team can make. For a personal consultation, call us today at 561-821-5811.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
You missed that countdown?
No. It's, no. No.
A whole lot of goodness. All right, so join us on Friday for Full Circle Networking live at Ford's Garage. Lunch is incredible. It's delicious. It's all for a good cause. It gives back to children in our community, and that's what it's all about. And Amp Media Futures Foundation will be the charity of June and July, so we're excited to be a part of all of their fun, and it's Karina's birthday, so it'll totally be epic, spectacular, and over the top. All right, ready? So let's head over to the other side of the studio. We've got Anna joining us, and Anna brought a very special guest. Anna, I don't know if anyone has met her. She came in once, interviewed, and then Freddie said, oh, I've got a great job for you. And she's now been working with Lori at Sunshine Home Care Services, doing an incredible job. Congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you so much, Dawn. I really appreciate
You
that.
can take the mic out of there if it's easier to hold it.
Okay.
And you brought a special friend, so I'm going to let you do the introductions.
Yes, thank you so much for everything, Dawn. This is my friend Jenny.
Hi, how are you?
So grateful to have her here on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to invite Jenny on the podcast today to gain some more awareness about some issues that are going on in our community, especially amongst children and younger generations.
So right now, what I've been dealing with as a parent is really kind of struggling with coordinating care because my daughter has an interesting genetic condition that it really took us about 4 years to kind of even get some guidance onto what it might even be.
Mm-hmm.
It was a collection of symptoms that you're getting sent to any ologist that was.
Yeah.
And really, I wanted to bring some awareness to the fact that in our community, one of the things that I feel like as a parent is really lacking is the help with coordinating care. It's kind of become a full-time job almost.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask you some questions about your daughter. What makes her sparkle? What makes her light up? What makes her happy?
So my daughter's fantastic. She would love an environment like this where it's creative and able to share some of that creativity.
Yeah.
But with her collection of health issues, getting her involved does seem to be such a struggle.
Yeah.
So really finding an avenue within the community, something like this,
Yeah.
is just such, I had no idea it existed.
Yeah, so what's going on seems to affect your daughter's mental health as well, and what's going on internally.
It certainly does, but also being a teenage kid, there's
Yeah.
that struggle between how far do you push someone out of their comfort zone, because as we know, that's where growth occurs.
Of course.
Versus how much do you allow yourself to really kind of feed into the symptoms. You don't want to seem ungenuine.
Yeah.
So there really definitely there is some bit of a struggle there.
Yeah, and how have the doctors been, or any support systems?
So, like I said, it's really kind of all fallen back to me. I
Mhm.
feel like we've seen doctors at every different direction under the sun, and kind of putting all those pieces back together has really fallen back onto me because she's a teenager.
Yeah.
And our health system it's been kind of difficult because she did turn 18 while still in high school. So
Yeah.
kind of being able to make all of those phone calls, she has to be there, dip, dot, dudge,
Yeah.
duck, running all over. So figuring out how to coordinate things within the community, calling one service gives you a list of, hey, why don't you call these 5 other places?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're waiting here, there, and everywhere to figure out what to do next.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I would love some guidance and help as a parent, figuring out where do you even go, who do you talk to, what's next? Because
Yeah.
without a diagnosis, it made it really, really hard.
Yeah, I totally understand that. So have the doctors given you guys a diagnosis now, or where are you guys standing with that?
So we recently got a genetic test back, but we're actually still waiting for it to be read. But it is showing the Ehlers-Danlos as having come up in the diagnosis, which leads to basically it's a collagen disorder. So there's extra stretch where there shouldn't be. So in her body, it really affects every system.
Yeah.
From in a 9-hour sleep study, only getting 20 minutes of restful sleep to cyclical vomiting that makes it so she doesn't want to get involved in school sports or activities. And where's the quality of life?
Yeah.
But everything just seems to take forever within the insurance system. You have to wait for a referral from this person to see that person. And in the meantime, she's just kind of not able to enjoy
Yeah.
the things that a typical teenager would be able to.
I'm so sorry, Jenny. That truly is very hard, and I see how this could take a big toll on one's mental health, especially your family. And can you tell me some more? Is there what could help you guys?
Well, I think certainly knowing that an avenue like this in the community exists, this is such a blessing to know that things like this are out here. So for me, this has been wonderful to know that there are people in charities raising money for other groups and things like that. So that for me has been wonderful to get linked up with. And certainly knowing how to connect with other organizations is wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, even meeting with people who might be going through a little bit of a different situation but somewhat similar could definitely bring support and awareness to the situation. The charity that's happening on Friday, it's all great things in the community to bring us together, get us stronger, and just create better outcomes.
Absolutely. Well, I really do appreciate the introduction here. So thank you so much for giving me a chance to share my daughter's story.
Of course.
And giving me a chance to network a little bit. So this has
Yeah.
been great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for coming. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sharing this story. Jenny, how can we help?
Well, for me, it's really been kind of as a parent, a struggle trying to not only coordinate care and figuring out what the diagnosis is, but we were told to get a service animal for my daughter, and there's a wait list so incredibly long. Without a diagnosis, you're stuck with a generalized charity. So you're talking 4, 5, 6 years down the road. What do you do in those instances? Because insurance doesn't cover it. Our insurance system, it'll cover the cost of your child petting a cow for therapy at 100%, fully covered. But a service animal that lives with you, that provides a daily ongoing service to your child, not covered at all. So I feel like people fall through the cracks there. So then I've decided to try to do it all myself, but then it's one more thing as a parent that you're taking on. So how do we help people like myself?
That's a good question.
Maybe there are support groups, and I know you got a good connection with Power of Three over there.
Yeah.
And
they're
all
fantastic.
all about giving back.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few foundations that are going to be here this evening, so
We got to ask.
we just have to ask and see who can help, and maybe she fits in one of these other organizations.
And that's been
that
really
helps.
what I feel like the struggle has been. Up until we got a diagnosis, she fell through the cracks of everywhere because we didn't know what it was. It was a collection of symptoms, and they were just throwing drugs and meds at this and that, try this, try that. So it's been 4 years that we've really just, where do we go next?
I'd love to connect her with Daphne, who I think I sent everyone to Daphne. Also, Maddie's family owns a great home health care nutrition company, which what might be good, because sometimes where the medications are so great, sometimes they deplete minerals. And then it's about replenishing those minerals, things that you don't realize that the medications are helping one thing, but they're hurting something else.
And that's one of the things that we noticed was, you try to address the fainting spells and then you're creating more nausea. So
Right.
it's like you're just chasing your tail constantly without knowing what we were dealing with. So it was really, it's been quite a struggle. And, for a teenage kid, you don't even know who you are. And then you're dealing with this on top of it. And I feel bad for the kids that were stuck in the house during COVID. The social skills they're just not there.
Yeah, COVID changed a lot, which is when our intern program actually grew, because all of these young minds that are in media production, they could not get a live in-person internship opportunity. Everything was remote. You cannot learn this from your house.
No,
There's
not
just
at
no
all.
way. You can't even learn really marketing and sales. You need to be face-to-face. So they lost a lot of these opportunities, and that's when I think we grew, and that's when the whole idea of our non-for-profit came to be. So if we can do anything to help your daughter while, in the arts, she's graduating this weekend, so congratulations
absolutely.
about
She's
that.
graduating this weekend. So
Summer's a good opportunity to learn new skills. We have young minds in here that have changed their major or wanting to change their major. As long as they're willing to try and to do, that's kind of why we're here.
And that's what Anna and I have been talking about is, growth really does happen outside of your comfort zone.
That's the
and
only
pushing
time.
yourself to that point of being just a little uncomfortable.
He's the best at that. He will push everyone out of their comfort
The
zone.
superhero,
including
I
me.
heard.
He is our superhero
Yes.
of pushing you out of your comfort zone.
Well, that's called learning. Being uncomfortable means that you're doing it right because you're learning something. But what I like is if you have enough people, like their group is tremendous, and then we have other groups and tonight there'll be groups. Somewhere in all of these people is the answer to this puzzle. We just have to ask enough people. It might not be them direct, it might be somebody they know, and say, listen, I have somebody who went through this, and boom, boom, boom. And then the next thing you know, you're off and running. So just you being here today, I think is a step in the right direction. Anna, again, everything you touch turns to gold anyway, so. why not?
Exactly. That's why I'm trying to keep her as close as possible.
Thank you so much,
Well,
Jenny.
thank
You've
you,
helped me
ladies,
so
for
much on
joining
my
us.
journey. And
Fantastic.
All right. Well, make connections. Keep it happening.
yep.
Thank you again so much for having
Good luck
me.
to you and your daughter. It's our pleasure.
Anything we can do, you let us know.
Thank you so much again for having me and allowing me to share my story.
Thank
The
you so
Brooklyn Cafe
much.
Show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's play some music. I think it's time for some music. Maybe we've got something from Kendra or Addis Love, because I think we might be heading out next week to do a live shoot because we waited for Mona Lisa to come back. So we could go
To
hit
be
the
on the boat.
seas.
We're going to do a
Hit the high
show on
seas.
boat, whatever.
Amp at Sea.
Amp at Sea.
Amp
We
at
have
Sea.
a-
S-E-A.
We have a yacht we're going to be doing a show on.
All right, so maybe we can play that Addis Love song. It's all about loving yourself. And then, of course, every Tuesday, Cosmic Astrology Society in the house with Helen Archer. So more to come on the other side of this quick break, and we'll be right back.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with.
Welcome to the AMP Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, AMP Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us and don't be late.
Hi, I'm David Vito Quaderno, the owner of Xavier Restaurant in Meisner Plaza that is in front of Meisner Park. We're a Sicilian cuisine restaurant, so I'm Sicilian. I'm just arrived from Sicily. I live in Catania, the east coast of Sicily. We offer the traditional Sicilian cuisine with the traditional ingredients that I used to import from Sicily, from the cheese to the oregano to the anchovies and different kind of fish. This is a family business already from the 1897, so it's almost 130 years business, and we're offering here the best. This is the first restaurant in the United States, so I wait for you in Meisner Park to enjoy the best and the real Sicilian kitchen. Ask you to book your tables just to be sure that you will find a place for enjoy the real Sicilian kitchen. Thank you.
For your reservation, you can call at 561-617-5424. We are open from Tuesday to Sunday from 4 to 9:30.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? With MedGuard Alert's new Care Watch, you can connect with medical professionals instantly, 24/7. No cell phone required. This life-saving medical device acts as a phone as well as a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And if you have Medicare or Medicaid, you may qualify to get yours free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now.
RCCA has a team of specialized therapists to treat a wide array of injuries and conditions, including balance issues, back pain, fall prevention techniques, joint replacements, and stroke rehab. Our therapists at RCCA help adults reclaim their strength and flexibility, allowing them to return to their hobbies and sports. We tailor treatment to return our patients to activities they love, such as croquet, gym workouts, golf, pickleball, and tennis. Our state-of-the-art equipment and therapists ensure that there is something here for everyone.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Come on, everybody. I am your house, I am your tongue, I am the storm where peace is found. I'm yours, baby. Yes, I am. I am all heart, I'm heart of stone. I am the road that you walk on. I'm yours, honey. Yes, I am. You are everything to me, everything I hope for, and everything I dream. Yes, you, girl, makes me a man, beside you every day. I'm yours, darling. Yes, I am. I am a smile, I am a tear. I am the one that's always here. I'm yours, honey. Yes, I am. You are everything to me, everything I hope for, and everything I dream. Yes, it's you, girl, that makes me a man. Oh, it's you, baby, that makes me who I am. That makes me who I am. La 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 la. Who I am. La 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 la. Who I am. Oh, you are everything to me, everything I hope for, and everything I dream. Yes, it's you, girl, that makes me a man. Yes, it's you, baby, that makes me who I am. Makes me who I am.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah.
Got me?
Say who I am.
Who I am.
I love that song.
Yes, I am.
I love that song.
Yes, I am.
Don't you love that song?
Yes, I am.
Kind of just, my mood, I'm all over the place. This full moon, I'm telling you, it just like takes me to a whole nother level of
Yes, I am.
stuff.
Karen in the house.
I'm glad Karen's in the house. She's going to help us prepare, set up
Karen,
after
you
the
gonna be here
midday
tonight?
show. Yeah, she came.
Yes,
to
I
stay.
am.
Yes, I am.
Say yes, I am, Karen.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so it's 1 o'clock, and you know what that means, Freddie? That
Yes.
means we've got Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society joining us. It's been a lot going on. It was a full moon yesterday, a lot of rain, a lot of clouds. People were like,
Tornado
I can't
by
see
my
it.
house, Helen. Wow. I roasted a marshmallow. It was so close.
So let's roll her intro. And there she is. Welcome,
Here I
Helen
am.
Archer. Happy Tuesday. Happy middle of May after the full moon.
It was quite a full moon.
I'm telling you. All right, I can't even say anything. What's happening with the stars and the planets? Because people to me are a whole nother level of
Impossible.
yeah, that too.
Well, first of all, you know, Mars is in Leo. So Leo is the sign that likes to dominate, that likes to control, that wants to be center stage, that's elegant, that's glamorous. It rules the actor. And so Leo is dominant. Then we had the sun in Taurus. Taurus wants to be dominant also. Taurus wants people to come to them. They're the center. And they're the source, and they don't like to go out of their comfort zone. So they have a tendency to be in a rut, and the groove just gets deeper and deeper because they don't want to change. And then we had the moon in Scorpio, so that was the full moon. And Scorpio is a behind the scenes, I'm going to control underneath you. And in some cases, Scorpio can undermine you. So we have to be really careful, and we have to really assess who our friends are, who's on our team, who's supporting our ideas and our causes, and who may be just giving us lip service and not really being on the bandwagon.
Want some water? That's what I'm saying. Everyone's at a whole nother level of crazy.
Bandwagon.
Crazy, neuroses. I don't know what
I think
it is.
it's because the rains are clearing and people don't know what to do with themselves.
I don't know what happened before the rains. This whole week has been, it's been interesting.
It's been.
And it's only Tuesday.
I got to tell you, I listened to her. She said things were going to clear up. My Mets are winning. My Knicks are winning. Everything's clear. Everything.
You okay? You want some water?
You know,
Karen's
it's just
gonna
one
get
of
you some
those
water.
things.
She's gonna get
So
you some
anyway, what I want to say is the moon is in Sagittarius, opposing Jupiter. So we need to solidify our connections. We need to go out, and make new connections and get our deals done. But now is not the time to sign a deal. Like I said, Mercury and Mars and the Sun and Pluto are in stress aspect. So we have to really see who's on our team and who's not. And also, like you were saying, micromanaging. Everybody wants to do everything their way, and we have to come together in the middle.
When does this change? When can we sign contracts again?
Well, the moon is going into Capricorn at the end of the week, so that's going to improve things. Okay. We just need to get past this Mercury and Mars square that's happening right now. So when the sun is in Sagittarius, that's going to energize Leo. It's going to energize Aries. And so Saturn's going to move into Aries within the week. So now it's a time for new beginnings. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So it's a sign of new beginnings. And with Neptune and Saturn coming together, we need to think of what our reality really is, When it was in Pisces for the last 2.5 years, the Neptune in Pisces was like, oh, we want to look at the world with rose-colored glasses. We wanted to think that everything is wonderful in our environment. And then Saturn was right next to it saying, your reality isn't that great. And Saturn has a tendency to have a negative view of things. So we were kind of fighting between what we wanted our reality to be and what it really was. And that's what stimulated all the negative emotions coming out of the subconscious that we were talking about. So now we have Neptune in Aries. We can no longer delude ourselves into thinking that everything is wonderful. And Saturn is going to be entering Aries next to Neptune. So now is the time to make your reality what you want it to be.
Interesting.
And not dwell on, what's negative. You have to, if don't have a tendency to have a positive view, you have to force yourself to have a positive view of things, to move ahead, to take action. But like I said, we have to watch who's really on our team.
Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days, is all I can tell you, about redefining my reality of certain things.
Yes, because you don't have a mazalito. You got to make a mazalito.
I have a mazalito.
No, you don't.
I do. She's growing inside my daughter-in-law, a mazalito.
That's a mazalito, but every day, like Helen says, you have to experience. I think in the morning show we talked about negative attitude. You
Yes,
don't
we
want to
did.
have you don't want to have negative attitude. You want to only think positive. Because I got to tell you, there's a whole lot more negative out there waiting for you.
But a change of perspective, and I'm learning that I really, you don't like this word, is set my boundaries of things that I really don't want versus what I'm willing to do. Because otherwise people will, as you always say, you give them a finger, they'll take an arm. They will take everything that you are willing to give and that you're not willing to give unless you set it clear. And I'm not used to doing that. I'm normally, yes, we can do this, however you want to do it. And then I'm realizing some of those things are not in alignment with what I'm ready in my capacity to do. So I'm starting to set some more boundaries and limitations.
Well, I got a question for you. You said don't write deals. Negotiating deals is one thing, writing them is another?
Only till Friday.
Till this Friday. Okay, that makes sense.
You got to negotiate them because, you may not come together in the middle. There may be conflicts.
Correct.
And like I said, you got to watch, who's undermining you and who's really on your team. But anyway, as far as setting boundaries, so in Pisces, the boundaries were like not clear cut. And like you said, Pisces wants to please, Pisces is sensitive, Pisces is empathetic, and so sometimes they'll go out of their way to please somebody, but then inside they're not happy. So now Aries is a fire sign, it's a dominant sign, it's a sign that's likes to control but doesn't, force things. So now Aries, it has a lot easier time setting boundaries and sticking to them, and they're not going to be, trampled on and coerced into doing something they don't want.
It's true. It's what's changing. You ready for this? So no more of the Mr. Nice Guy. You got to deal with me.
What are you talking? I got to deal with you no matter what.
I know, but, setting boundaries, doing the other things.
I do things and then I go to the room in the bathroom and I start yelling at myself for doing it. It's all good. What sign are you?
Helen's a Scorpio.
Oh, so was my ex-wife.
Helen, I have a new grandbaby coming.
I know.
Either Sag or Scorpio, or somewhere in between.
That sounds good.
Yeah?
Is it a good time to have children?
It is what it is.
Is any time a good time to have children? Every time is a good time to have children.
Touche.
And tell us about the moon, because people were complaining all over the internet. I can't see it, it's cloudy, but the power was still there.
Yes, the power was there. I don't know. Did you have a deluge? We just had like steady rain, a little south of here.
tornadoes.
He had a tornado
You had
warning.
tornadoes. Are you west?
East, but
You're
you can
east.
see them in the ocean. I said,
Well, that weather system was moving up the coast.
yeah.
But anyway, we needed the rain, so
And
the
it took all
plants
the
are
bad
happy.
juju. I said, I almost
That's
called
what you
you.
always say. The
I
rain
almost
cleans it.
called you to say, look, I see all the bad juju leaving. I felt real good afterwards. I feel great.
I know you feel great. You know that Saturn is off your sun.
It's off my sun?
It's off your sun sign, which you are a Pisces, and Saturn is in the last degree of Pisces, and you don't have to worry about it for another 30 years.
I'm going to feel this good for the next 30 years? I love it a lot.
So that's the other thing we want to look at is what happened 30 years ago. Where were we at
Miserable.
30
I
years
will tell
ago?
you something. It was horrible. Very bad.
Wow.
Very bad.
I didn't. 30 years ago was terrible for me too.
It was horrible.
It was, but you know what? I've grown and matured, and this time I'm in a much better position.
30 years ago. These guys weren't even here.
30 years ago, I was 33.
I had 2 little kids.
I was not doing well.
It's really interesting.
So now what
everything
comes
changed
around,
30
you're going to
years
have
ago.
another little kid.
30 years later, I know. And it's funny that you say that because 30 years ago, my sister graduated from law school, and Erin was 6 months old. Chelsea was 2.5. We took her to the graduation. And she now, 30 years later, she'll graduate from the same school.
What son is your sister?
Next May with a baby. So it's like we've been talking about this full cycle 30 years later of what this is.
What's your sister's son?
She's a Taurus.
She's so stubborn.
She's so stubborn. But you're right. It's exact. Chelsea said to me, Mom, it's like 30 years later of the exact same cycle coming around.
So Saturn is coming around to this cycle where it was 30 years ago.
Wow.
So that's a long cycle, but you know, like I said, you've matured, you've grown, you're at a higher level, and you know now your daughter is starting out with a child and a degree, and it's a wonderful thing. She's ready for more responsibility.
And it's coming.
Mad Max, what's your sign?
I'm Scorpio. When's your birthday?
November 2nd.
My
She's a
birthday's
Scorpio.
November 2nd. Well, so All Saints Day. Yeah, so did you have a tough full moon this weekend, or? How was your weekend?
How was my weekend? It was a good weekend.
It was a good weekend, then you got a good sign. So yeah, moving ahead.
I had a tough weekend, man. You can tell.
She's drinking out of an
Aquarius
empty
is moving
cup.
ahead. As
Somebody
soon as
put
that
wine in this
Saturn
one.
goes into Aries, you'll be able to move ahead. You do have Pluto in Aquarius, so you're going through transformations. You're finding yourself, and you're meeting more people. And so Aquarius needs to get out there and expand their environment.
Oh, absolutely, because Aquarius is so tucked away. It's unbelievable.
She
We
just got
talked
her
about
license to drive a motorcycle.
Aquarius is a sign that really emotionally is hard to get close to. They
Oh
don't
my
like a lot of
God.
emotions.
Oh my
They
God,
run
this-
away from
this
personal
guy's
relationships. They have a hard time adjusting. And then they see the least little bit of flaw in somebody, they lose interest. So it has to be somebody that's really multifaceted to keep Aquarius interested. And they also need to give Aquarius a lot of space. They have to be on their own. They're loyal, but they have a lot of friends. They want to talk to a lot of people and exchange ideas, and that conflicts with a personal one-on-one relationship. So that's their conflict.
Is that
Wow.
your son?
Boom.
Isn't that your son? Is he like that?
Oh my God, yes.
Is
We
he?
call him Arizona because he needs so much space.
And
He should
and
be
I
living on the
find that
moon.
If there's any planet in Aquarius, whether it's Saturn or Venus or Moon, in a person's sign, regardless of the sign they are, they're going to have that Aquarius eccentricity and unwillingness to get emotionally involved. They're really hard to get close to.
That's true.
Interesting.
That's very true.
So let's talk about what's happening in the world. Last week, I said that we were going to have a deal and the stock market was going to go way up. Now, what happened?
You're right.
We have deals and the stock market is way up.
We've had taxes, tariffs have been on hold for a little bit now.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Hold it. What we did was we put something in play and then we stopped it for 90 days. That's not a deal. That's not a deal. A deal is when something is done. Nothing's been done
They released
yet.
the last American
That's
Israeli
a deal.
hostage.
That's a deal. Something's going on because everybody's like kissing the ring on Trump. We're giving him planes and everything else in the Middle East. But I'm talking about a deal. You said a deal. So having something and then stopping it for 90 days, to me, is not a deal. When is the deal going to happen?
When Jupiter goes into Cancer, the next sign, right now we're just,
simmering.
brainstorming, exchanging ideas, communicating. But what I wanted to say, what's interesting is, Trump is now in the Middle East. The Middle East is ruled by the sign Sagittarius, and the moon is in Sagittarius. So he's there at the right time. His moon is in Sagittarius, and his Jupiter is on his sun, and he also has Mars in Leo. So now with Mars in Leo, he's in the 2-year work cycle, and he's getting a lot done. But I don't know if you saw the news today, he looked really worn out. So
He's
that's
tired.
the other thing. When Mars is in your sign, you have to conserve your energy, so you can't try to do too much.
I think his wife must follow you because his wife all of a sudden is telling him certain things like when to go to the Middle East. This whole thing was done probably because of what you're talking about.
How did you know that?
I know a few things.
Well, that's good. I mean, I don't know if she's following me, but if she's
She's
following
somebody,
astrology,
yeah.
that's good.
She's following somebody. She's getting advice from the outside looking in. And the only reason I'm making fun about the deal that was extended is because sometimes you have to shock the world and take something away and say, okay, now what do you want to do? Now you want to talk, and you put it back in play to see if a deal can be made. Very smart. And I don't agree with a lot of things that he does, a lot of things. But I got to agree, this was a smart technique that he came out with because everybody says, oh, the New Deal, the market went up 1,100. It wasn't a new deal. He just stalled a deal that he had in play. But somebody's talking to him because the moves that he's making are so calculated, when to go to certain places. And I also heard that he's going to 2 other countries in the Middle East.
Qatar and the Arab Emirates.
And then he wants to stop off in Turkey. Now, come on now. I mean, maybe you don't understand politics, but that was between Russia now and Zelensky, and he wants to stop by to bring them a gift. Really? Smart. It's just smart negotiations on his part if he goes.
So you're not just another pretty face, huh? Look how smart you are.
I'm not smart. I listen to her. Sometimes it's not good, but sometimes it is. I remember when she told me last year that I was going to be very happy. The Mets went all the way to the Dodgers, beat them, and the Dodgers went on to win the World Series. But she told me I was going to be happy. I'm hoping to be more happy this year.
Nixon 5.
I cannot believe you're even saying that. I have to go kiss somebody in Macy's window if the Knicks win. Because I made a bet, huge bet, against the Knicks. Wow. You don't know that yet. You don't know that. But anyway, continue.
So then the moon will be going into Capricorn at the end of the week. And that is going to be in positive aspect to Mercury and the sun in Taurus. And so now is the time to sign deals, get money, do banking, do financing, work on your investments. So we'll wait till the end of the week to do the money stuff. And right now we're just making deals, talking, communicating, and figuring out who is on our team. That's
So
the
let
main
me ask
thing.
you that.
Exactly what I'm doing today.
Well, tonight is a different example, but I opened up in Boynton with Dawn. We went up to Boynton, and I want to open up other venues of this association collaboration type of deal so that we have different studios in different markets, for lack of a better understanding. Is it a good time to do that now?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because we have fire, we have air, so that's a good time to expand, to make deals. And like I said, Jupiter, Sun is going to be going into Gemini, joining Jupiter on the 20th. So happy birthday to all the Geminis out there. This is your last stab attempt to expand your interests and expand your studios. It rules broadcasting, communication, transportation, and so yes, I think it's a great time to expand.
Between now and when?
Huh?
What's our time frame?
The time frame is you have Jupiter will be entering Cancer in the middle of June or maybe July. But the Sun will be in Gemini for 30 days. So it'll be connecting with Jupiter, which is almost at the end of the sign. And it's positive with Mars in Leo right now. And it's positive with Aries, which Venus is in Aries. So it's a good time to expand and move ahead.
I love it. Mazalito, baby. There you go.
Okay.
And some of your investments should be coming through, and other people that you're doing business with, their investments should be coming through with the last stage of the Sun in Taurus, so they'll have the money to support your ideas and your goals.
It's interesting you say that because when I spoke to Dawn about doing all of these sideway moves to going north, more people now are being proactive and saying, hey, what about us? What about here? The CRA, that guy, he contacted me. But there's a lot of different venues that we can use to our advantage to help them. It's not only about us, but it's to help amplify their awareness. And I got that because I remember you telling me like a month ago, it says it's coming, just get ready. And we're going to see now what that looks like.
All right. And we're ready, and we're going to make our reality what we want it to be. We're going to do big things.
And this is the word, this is what I want you to do tonight, is I want you to explain to them what she's saying. Because they're going to be in here, whether it's 10 people, 10 women, 50 women, 100 women. They got to make a Mazalito. They got to get together and think this way, think positive, and watch magical stuff happen. But if you're going to sit there and not do anything, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to change. But if they want to go in the right direction, I think you're going to lead it on. Well, this is why I applauded you. I'm so proud of you for taking this thing on. I thought we were running it. I want it. I think it's a great idea.
Well, if you want it, I'm sure it's open for...
I'm not a woman.
I think right now, I think they'd be more than happy for somebody else to step up and do it. So if you want to run it with me,
yes,
all in.
I told you that, but you don't show me, because you're like this.
I'll show you everything.
You got to show me the emails and let me answer them, say, hey, take it easy.
I'll put you on the email chain.
Yeah, why not? Because the object of the game is, how many opportunities do you have to do some of the things that you do? You know, they were talking about this morning, who comes to work and orders 20 hot dogs from Costco?
Or rides a motorcycle.
Or rides a motorcycle with a camera on it. Or any of this stuff. Or has a birthday party on the beach.
Or has Michael wearing...
a pirate suit.
A pirate belt.
I have my own pirate.
Who's packing their taco pinatas away at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Anybody here own a pirate in their life? I have my own pirate.
So Venus is in Aries for this month. So that's a good time for you to shine. It's a good time for you to benefit through women. And you may find somebody that wants to take this project on and run with it. People are more willing to do things because they've been sitting around. And like you said, you can't sit around. You can't mope around. The fire energies are going to get under your butt and get you moving.
They're getting me moving. Whether I like it or not, they're got me up and moving. It's true.
But you're active. You had the big fundraiser you're doing tonight. We're doing Friday. This event's all week.
I'm working on another one with Brianna and the city of Delray. So
That's
we've got a meeting with them next week. Yep.
Brianna's coming back today?
She'll be in about an hour or so, yeah.
This is
so
it's
going to be a busy summer, as I said. You know, it's going to be a very busy summer. And then as soon as that Jupiter changes signs into Cancer, which is the sign of our country, then we're going to be starting the golden age, because that's a once in 12-year lucky cycle where we expand, where we prosper, and where we have good emotions and happiness.
And when is that?
I forgot the exact date, but it's sometime either the middle of June or the middle of July.
So it's coming.
Sometime. I'll let you know next week.
It's coming.
You got to come to the venues with us so you can make appointments with people and you give them a tidbit and says you want the rest. You got to scratch and sniff and let's do some business.
We need a better term than that.
Would that it were.
Do what you got to do.
Thank you, Jay.
I got to say things that catch your attention.
You know, I'm available to make speeches and talk to people about astrology, make predictions, talk to them about their sign and what, you know, is coming up for their sign with the change of planets. So if you want me to do that, I'll be available, but you have to give me some notice.
Okay, we have to talk about it. And my notice is like 24 hours.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that everybody's going to come up to you and they're all going to say, my love life. You see anything, my love life? It's always the same. They don't talk about business. They don't talk about advancement. My love life. Who the hell cares about their love life?
If people aren't emotionally happy, then nothing else matters. You know,
if
they
you
need to
if
be
you're
emotionally
doing
happy.
well, if you're making money, making deals, making business, if you're growing and going, trust you me, the love will follow.
Yeah, but then you're suspicious of the reason why they're there.
Yeah, but the same suspicion should be in any relationship you get involved with.
Relationships are hard, you know. Relationships aren't perfect. We all want the perfect person, but we have to realize people are not perfect.
I don't want the perfect person. I want
we have to embrace their eccentricities. We have to embrace their personality.
We're perfect.
But then on the other hand is chemistry, and you can't fight chemistry.
True that.
Chemistry.
So in order to find chemistry, if one person has, say, Venus in Pisces, and the other person has Mars in Pisces, now you have chemistry because you have compatibility between the female Venus and the male Mars energies. So what we're looking for is to have those two in the same sign, and then you've got chemistry.
Wow.
Chemistry. Mars and Venus?
Mars and Venus in the same sign. It doesn't matter what the sign is, as long as they're in the same sign.
How are you going to know Mars and Venus, Venus and Mars?
You compare one chart to the other chart.
No, if you go to a place and you have a card, it says, I'm sorry, are you Mars and Venus? Can you imagine? We can do a club
you feel
that
the chemistry.
way. Let's do a club that way. All Mars and Venuses over here.
It's not like hello, my name is. It's hello, my sign is, my sun is, my moon is. Like,
Oh my God.
That would be good.
That's like peanut butter with crunchies in
Speed
it.
dating that way. Kind of novel.
Now, sun and moon compatibility is, you know, like shared interests, friendship, and you know, the same outlook in life. The chemistry, as far as physical compatibility, is going to be between the same sign, Mars and Venus. And so we're going to compare two charts. But, you know, when you feel the chemistry, then you do the horoscope and you'll see, are we really compatible? Do the other planets match up?
Are we really compatible? Helen compared our chart. I think our Venuses are like you're in the same sign or something.
No, your Mercury is exactly at 6 degrees Pisces, both of you.
What the hell's wrong with you?
What does that mean?
Don't say that out loud.
That means, you know, that you think alike and you feel alike and you work well together.
We think
it's
alike.
It's a mental thing.
We
It's
think
not a
alike. Somebody
physical
get me
thing.
an
It's a
aspirin.
friendship. It's a mental compatibility, and it's the same exchange of creativity and ideas that blend together. But it can also be a conflict, because if a planet that is negative to that 6 degrees Pisces, then you're not going to see eye to eye. Then you might have a little friction during that time.
A little friction. You can roast some marshmallows on this friction.
Look, isn't that funny? Our Mercury 6 degrees, exactly the same.
Yeah, that's because you were born at some strange time or something.
Oh my gosh, how do people find you, Helen?
I'm on Cosmic Astrology Society on Facebook, and I'm the Cosmic Astrologer on TikTok.
And soon we're going to have Cosmic Astrology Seminar. I think we'll find out who's who compatible, and we'll put them in groupings in here, and then she'll sit up here, and then you do a show, and then we'll see who's compatible with who, and see how that works. I think that'll be outrageous.
Sounds good to me. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
As always, he always explains why I am the way I am.
Oh my God, yes.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got this day in history, and did you know it's National Fruit Cocktail Day? I don't know. Anyone ever have that Libby's fruit cocktail in a
I
can?
have it all the time. I can't believe, who makes this stuff up?
Chloe does. I don't know.
Oh.
More to come on the other side of this break, and we will be right back.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
AMP Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
AMP Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah Spiritual.
Right here on the Oldies Station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
By example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
You know, Artist Loft.
Using that term more. Yeah, lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at AMP Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class champagne, please.
Giant comfort.
Yeah, that's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you. Call 800-978-4815. That's 800-978-4815. Call now.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to AMP2 Network. Today's segment is about National Fruit Cocktail Day. A classic fruit cocktail is made of all kinds of fruits served in a liquid of either juice or syrup. It's commonly purchased in supermarkets in metal cans or grouped individual serving cups. You can also make it yourself with fresh berries and other fruits. Cafeterias serve fruit cocktail as a healthy fruit option in schools and at group buffets and in restaurants. It is important to note that fruit cocktail contains no alcohol. In the United States, the USDA states that canned fruit cocktail must contain pieces of pears, grapes, cherries, peaches, and pineapples. In fact, the secondary definition of a cocktail is an appetizer made by combining pieces of food, such as fruit or seafood. Maybe try to make your own fruit cocktail. Grab your family or just friends and make a group fruit cocktail potluck. Thanks for listening to today's segment. Now let's get back to the show.
This day in history is brought to you by Revive Air. On May 13, 1846, the U.S. Congress overwhelmingly votes in favor of President James K. Polk's request to declare war on Mexico in a dispute over Texas. On May 13, 1940, as Winston Churchill takes the helm as Great Britain's new Prime Minister, he assures Parliament that his new policy will consist of nothing less than to wage war, by sea, land, and air, with all our might. Near the start of his weekly general audience in Rome's St. Peter's Square, Pope John Paul II is on May 13, 1973, during the early years of the women's liberation movement, tennis stars Bobby Riggs and Margaret Court face off in a $10,000 winner-take-all challenge match. At the Battle of Langside, the forces of Mary Queen of Scots are defeated by a confederacy of Scottish Protestants under James Stuart, the regent of her son, King James VI of Scotland. This Day in History is brought to you by Revive Air.
Get me another sponsor, and I love that. Michael, nice job. Smurf, nice job.
All right, nice job. So before we wrap up, we have a new intern producer. Two of them you wanted to introduce?
Yes, I want to make sure that they don't want to run away yet.
She might want to. No, she's still here?
No, I'm having a great time. I'm really excited about this.
Okay, look at the camera so your parents can see you when you show them that.
Okay.
All right, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Okay, my name's Maddie. I'm from Jupiter, Florida. I'm a freshman. I just finished my freshman year at the University of Florida, so I guess technically I'm a sophomore now. And I'm interested in media and radio and TV, so I started a learning experience here today, and I'm really excited about it. I walked in, and there was a live show going on. Wasn't expecting that. I got to join, and it's just been really fun.
And she was sent to us by South Florida Oldies. I want to thank Vic Canales and Mike. What's Mike's last name? Basso? I think it's Mike Basso. He sent this over. I think so.
All right, so the fun just keeps going. And you've got Nina, who's the expert in everything.
Expert.
Is her nickname now Expert? Is that
She's
her?
the expert.
Whatever you want, just don't expect that much from me, please. Yeah.
Don't set your expectations too high.
She raises the bar every day. I see her do certain things with the cameras. She fixed Studio B. Gio, if you're listening, she fixed something that you didn't do correctly. No.
He didn't come back?
No, we're going to have a big meeting
Where'd the
tomorrow.
rest of everyone else? They all left.
Nobody came back except
Kiara.
Stealth, because she kept my boot.
So how'd you get everything?
I went on and says, I need my boot back.
No, how'd you get the rest of the equipment?
They dropped it off and left.
Where'd they go?
Not they. Stealth.
Okay. Where'd Gio go?
I don't know. Gio must have gone home. You may have had to go, poop.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm glad Jay finds you so amusing.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. He don't use the bathroom here.
Okay.
Did you know that?
TMI.
Did you know that's the actual ASL sign for that?
I know. You know, I saw that in the movie. You know what movie that was?
Wow. And he's the gift that keeps on giving in this studio, everybody.
He heard that Karen was here. He says, oh, I better go home because Karen's here.
Karen's very quiet today.
Karen already cleaned the lobby.
She's already done the floors, which is
My
great.
goodness gracious. She did them 3 times. Karen, you're going to wear out the marble.
I took off my shoes because no one's going to see the bottom of my feet wearing my shoes. So.
What?
Exactly. Should we wrap this up?
Did you say hi to Nina?
I did say hi to Nina. She's the expert at everything.
We didn't even ask Nina where she's from. Nina, where are you from?
I am from Orlando, Florida.
What school do you go to?
I currently go to FAU.
And what is your major?
I'm a multimedia major right now.
Now, what people don't know about you is how well versed you are on the equipment and sound and the techniques and the ATEM and the wiring. And so when I talk about SDI and things of that nature, they look at me like, what? Except for that one. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. I went to a pretty intense program in high school, and we started live streaming. We started a live streaming team, and I was on the foundation of that. So I was one of the founders of that. So from freshman to my senior year of high school, on top of I went to a performing arts high school. So on top of my already magnet writing, producing, filming videos, I'm gonna say 2 a semester, 4 a year. we would go out and we would like go out live stream events. First started with like in school stuff, like we had like a dance program, and then like we got a grant from the county, and they were like, hey, we want you to come do all this stuff, and that's how I learned all that.
So you have Gato, right, who's very good at what he does. We only make Gato's good, yes. I got Nina. I put Nina up against Gato. Now we're going to have some fun with this.
Please don't do
because
that.
She knows. No, you got to stay confident. You know your thing. Between her and Gato in the same deal, I think we got the houses covered. Now we can start moving upwards.
You know, Nina's one of his favorite names ever.
Yes.
Thank you. It's a nickname.
That's right. That is your nickname. His most favorite beloved dog was Nina. And that is like you may be the only name he actually remembers in the studio is because of his husky named Nina.
Well, she was with me for 12 years, but that's not what I meant. But yes. The name is good, but I want to stay on subject because I want to, just like we were told, I want to grow and go, and sometimes having these shoots takes a little bit of knowledge of the equipment and what we can and cannot do. And that's just another peg to where I want to go.
All right, so save the date also. June 21st is our 9-year anniversary party, and this year it's at Bramer's Brazilian Cuisine up in Boynton Beach on Gateway and I-95. And Lucy was kind enough to host us. We've reserved the room, and Midday Show is going to be there. It's a Friday afternoon, so it'll be a lot of fun, networking, and again, back in Boynton Beach.
That's going to be a tough one. Okay, we're going to have some fun with that.
You got this. We got Nina. You know how they go, I got Annie?
What day of the week
we got
is
Nina.
that?
Friday.
Oh, good. And Nina, you here Fridays?
I'm not.
She's not here.
She might
Nina,
be left. Maybe we can ask her.
Do you work?
No, but I can be here Friday.
All right, we're going to need you. Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
we'll put it on your calendar.
Friday, June 21st.
Friday, June 21st.
Put it in there. Okay. And every other Friday you got, but that's okay.
All right, we're going to wrap this up. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Nina, thank you for all you do. Maddie, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Gabe and Chloe, nice job running video and sound.
Very nice.
Congratulations. And we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.